Today we will talk about pharynx. This pharynx is also known as throat and it will be in funnel shape. So if you see, this pharynx will extend from this internal nares and it will end near this cricoid bone. So this is the cricoid cartilage if you see. So till here you will be having this pharynx. Isn't it looking like a funnel? So it will be in a funnel shape and it is 13 centimeters long. It starts at internal nares and ends at cricoid cartilage. And after this pharynx, you will be having larynx. This pharynx is located posterior to our nasal cavity and oral cavity and superior to larynx, and it is anterior to cervical vertebrae. Why cervical vertebrae? If you see in this diagram, you can clearly see that this is our cervical vertebrae. This is located anterior to this cervical vertebrae. So as this is near this bones, it is made up of skeletal muscle, and this muscle is of two types. As this is a skeletal muscle, this will be having contraction and relaxation. So when it is contracting, it will be useful in swallowing food, and when it is doing relaxation, it will help particles to enter inside, like bulk of food or anything else to take inside. And it consists of two layers of muscle. The outer layer will be circular layer. This one is our circular layer and this area is longitudinal layer. So let's see the functions of this pharynx. It have three main functions. The first function is it is used for passage for air and food, and also it is used as a resonating chamber. So what is the use of resonating chamber? When we are talking, due to its vibration, it will make a sound so that words will be clear. So that is the use of this resonating chamber. So speaking and singing. And the third function of this pharynx will be, it is the house of tonsils. What is the use of this tonsils? If any foreign particles enter into our body, foreign bacteria enters into our body, this tonsils will act as a immune agents. So they will fight with this bacteria and it will kill that one. So that will improve our immunity. So let's see the regions that are located in this pharynx. We have three regions in this pharynx. The first one is nasopharynx. The second one is oropharynx. And the third one is laryngopharynx. Let's see these three parts one by one. So the first one, which is also the superior part of our pharynx, that is nasopharynx. It starts from nasal cavity and it will end near our soft palate. Where is this soft palate is located? This soft palate is located to the roof of our oral cavity. So if you touch your oral cavity, you can feel one soft thing after this hard palate, that is soft palate. Not only that, the soft palate will divide our nasopharynx and oropharynx also. So this nasopharynx have 5 openings. What are those 5 openings? First one, as it is attached to this nasal cavity, we will be having 2 internal nares. We already know, we have seen in nose, and you will be having 2 auditory tubes. This auditory tubes are hearing tubes, and we also have 1 opening, that is oropharynx. So total 5 openings. 2 are internal nares and 2 are auditory tubes and 1 is oropharynx. And in this nasopharynx, to the posterior side, we will be having a tonsil which is called as pharyngeal tonsil. Let's see the histology. The histology of nasopharynx is, as it is attached to our internal nares is ciliated pseudostratified columnar epithelium, right? So even this nasopharynx have the same tissue which is ciliated pseudostratified columnar epithelium only. It will perform the same function as our nasal cavity. That is, the cilia is used for the movement of mucous membrane, and if we are inhaling any dust particles, this will help the dust particles to move towards downward side, like near to our oropharynx, so that we can spit it out. So let's see the function of this nasopharynx. This nasopharynx have a very important function, that is to equalize the air pressure in that area. So how it is equalizing the air pressure? So when we are inhaling the air, actually if there is more air, that will causes damage to our respiratory system. To avoid that, we also have two auditory tubes, right? If we are inhaling more air, to compensate, to equalize that pressure, our nasopharynx will send some air to this auditory tubes, and from there the air will come outside from our ears, so that it will maintain the air pressure in that area. So the next one is oropharynx. The oropharynx will start from the soft palate to hyoid bone. This is the hyoid bone. So till here, this area is oropharynx. To clear differentiation, I am using different color. So this is the soft palate, right? From this soft palate to hyoid bone. This is hyoid bone. So till here, this area is oropharynx. So this have only one opening, that is our oral cavity. That's why this opening is called as fauces. And as this is attached to our oral cavity, it is used for two purposes. One, it is used for the passage of air, and the other one is it is also used for the passage of food and drink. So this will use for both respiratory function and digestive function also. As it is used for both respiratory and digestive function, we will have non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium as the tissue. So this oropharynx consists of two tonsils. Previously in nasopharynx we have only one tonsil, that is pharyngeal tonsil. Here in oropharynx we have two types of tonsils. One is palatine tonsil, which is located here near this soft palatine. As it is attached to this soft palatine, it is called as palatine tonsil. And the next one is below this tongue, which is lingual tonsil. One is below the soft palatine, so it is called as palatine tonsil, and the next one is near to the tongue, that's why it is called as lingual tonsil. After this we have laryngopharynx. It starts from this hyoid bone, so I will change the color to black so that it will be very easy for you to recognize. So from here, from this hyoid bone to cricoid cartilage, till here it is our laryngopharynx. This one also used for both digestive and respiratory purpose. So the tissue which is located in laryngopharynx is non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium. So if you see inferiorly to this, you will be having esophagus. So this is our esophagus. So this is pharynx. Tomorrow we will see larynx. Thank you everyone. And if you have any doubts, please do comment in the comment section so that I will answer your questions.